Okay, so our topic for today is about managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality in public administration. No? Managing diversity, no, inclusion, and gender equality has become an essential responsibility in public administration as government institutions serve increasingly diverse population. Okay, so public organizations are composed of individuals with different backgrounds, no, cultures, abilities, genders, or sex, and perspectives, all of which shape how services are delivered and how policies affect communities. No? When diversity and inclusion are intentionally managed, no, government offices become more responsive, fair, and reflective of the people they serve. Gender equality and inclusive practices are not only matters of social justice but also drivers of organizational effectiveness. So public institutions that promote equal opportunities, no, respect differences, and address systemic barriers, no, tend to experience better collaboration, strong employee morale, and improve public trust. So managing diversity and inclusion requires uh, more than compliance with laws. No? It involves leadership commitment, inclusive policies, and everyday workplace practices that ensure everyone is valued and heard. So we will give the presenter adequate time to discuss the concept, policy, and practical approaches to managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality in public administration. So take it away, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Good day, Dean Abante and everyone. I'm Leia Cipriano. My first topic is managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality in public administration. This topic is very important because public administration affects how government services are delivered and how all citizens are treated fairly. In my work as a clearance verifier at the Public Assistance Bureau Clearance Section of the Office of the Ombudsman, applications are assigned to us regardless of their gender, age, position, and background. What matters is that we perform our duties fairly and without bias. This experience helped me understand how managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality is applied in public administration, even in behind the scenes processes, to ensure equal treatment for everyone. Managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality in public administration means making sure that everyone, regardless of gender, age, disability, culture, or background, has equal access to opportunities and government services. It focuses on removing discrimination and creating fair policies so all people can participate in decision making, leadership, and national development. When public institutions are inclusive, they make better decisions, gain citizens' trust, and ensure that no group is left behind in governance. What is diversity and inclusion? Diversity is the mix of people from different backgrounds, each with their own unique experiences, values, and perspective, while inclusion is the practice of creating a welcoming environment where employees feel respected, heard, and empowered to contribute. For simple term, diversity bring people to the table while inclusive make sure everyone at the table has voice. Because without inclusion, diversity has little impact because some people may be present but not truly involved. Let's think of let's think of a party that where diversity here is the everyone that is invited, and the inclusion in the party is everyone that who joins the game. Why diversity and inclusion matters? Because you can have diversity, but without inclusion, some voices get left out. And inclusion ensures all ideas and perspectives contribute to success. Benefits of diversity and inclusion. First is bigger talent pool. If you were looking for more backgrounds, it has better chances to be hired, or it has better chance to have a right job to have a right job. Next is higher engagement and trust. If employees feel safe and motivated, um they will work better and stay longer. New perspective and innovation. Different ideas bring better solutions. Better performance, diverse teams outperform competitors. Next is stronger business results, means inclusions drives strategy, innovation, and competitive advantage. It means that when we combine these benefits of diversion and inclusion, it makes the workplace stronger, smarter, and more successful. Next are the challenges of diversity and inclusion in the workplace. First is lack of leadership support. If if the leaders are lack of leadership support, employees may not take diversity and inclusion seriously. Next is one-off surveys or training aren't enough. It means that diversity and inclusion requires ongoing efforts or follow-ups. Team working in silos. Why 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 do people work in silos? Because of the following: lack of shared vision, poor communication, organizational structure, fear factor, and lack of trust. Because of this, it can causes gaps and miss opportunities. Bias and unfair practices. Why it happened? Why bias and unfair practices happened? Because due to a combination of natural cognitive processes, learned stereotypes, social coordinating, and power dynamic in society, these factors lead to both conscious and unconscious prejudices that result in unfair treatment. With this, it can affect hiring, promotion, and work assignments. Next is the strategies to foster diversity and inclusion. First is set clear criteria. Means fair rules for hiring and promotion. Second is recognize and reward inclusively, means celebrate contributions, not just results. Next is measure progress, regular feedback and action. Um, this is yung may surveys, yung feedback sa office para ma-improve yung kung ano man yung dapat i-improve. Support employees groups. Groups like employees resource group or councils help employees connect, share ideas, and feel supported. Psychological safety means create an environment where people feel safe to speak up, share ideas, or ask questions without fear. Include diversity and inclusion in hiring and development. Train managers, have diverse interview panels, and make sure promotion and learning opportunities are fair for everyone. Last is the document and share best practices. It write down policies and share good ways of working to so the inclusive culture continues consistently. In short, these steps are a company can take to make sure diversity and inclusion really happen, not just exist as words on paper. Next is the best practices of diversity and inclusion in the workplace. Best practices are everyday actions that make diversity and inclusion real, not just policies. These are apply the same rules and procedures to everyone. Use respectful, inclusive, and gender-neutral language. Focus on facts and requirements, not personal identity. Provide equal access to information and assistance. Document decision clearly to ensure transparency and fairness. Best practices turn diversity and inclusion from ideas into daily habits. Gender equality in public administration means fair of representation, equal opportunities, and equal treatment of all genders in government employment, leadership and decision-making, policy and implementation. Public institutions must serve all citizens equally without gender bias. It means that fairness in government work, men and women and all genders should have the same opportunities to get government jobs, to be promoted to leadership positions, and to be treated equally at work. Government policies should serve everyone, not favor one gender over another. Why gender equality matters in public administration? Because it leads to better public policies that reflects diverse needs, improves transparency, accountability, and trust in government, ensures equal access to public services like health, education, and safety, supports democratic values and human rights. Gender equality helps the government make better decisions and public trust, provide fair services, and protect everyone's right. And when gender equality is practiced in public administration, everyone's benefits and society becomes fairer. Example of gender inequality in public administration are underrepresentation of women in senior government and political position, gender pay gaps within public sector jobs, policies that overlook the needs of women, caregivers, or gender diverse groups. Last is unequal access to public services due to gender bias, like example is the healthcare and legal protection. Gender inequality in public administration means unequal leadership, unequal pay, unfair policies, and unequal access to services. And when gender inequality exists in government, some groups are left out and fairness is lost. Next is the example of gender equality in public administration. Equal employment opportunities. It means gender equality in public administration means fair hiring, equal pay, and equal chances to grow in government jobs. And when government jobs are fair and gender neutral, public institutions become stronger and more trustworthy. Next is inclusive policy making. Policy making means fair policies and fair spending that benefit all genders. And when policies and budgets consider everyone's needs, government services become more effective and fair. Next is safe public institution. Safe public institution means government offices, where everyone feels respected and protected. Gender equality in public offices means a safe workplace, clear complaint systems, and fair action against discrimination. And when public institutions are safe and respectful, everyone can everyone can work and receive services with confidence. Next is the benefits of gender equality in public administration. More effective governance and better decision making, policies that improve outcomes in education, health, and economic development, increase public trust and social cohesion, stronger, more inclusive public institution. Gender equality leads to fairer policies, better services, stronger institution, and more trust in government. And when public administration practices gender equality, everyone benefits and society become stronger. Role of public administrators. It implements gender-sensitive policies, collect and use gender-disaggregated data, promote inclusive workplace cultures, last, ensure public services reach all gender equally. Public administrator makes policies fair, gather use data, promote respect at work, and ensure services reach everyone equally. And by doing these things, public administrator help the government be fair, effective, and inclusive for all citizens. Gender equality in public administration is not optional. It is essential for effective governance, social justice, and sustainable development. How my role connects. As a clearance verifier, my role directly supports diversity, inclusion, and gender equality by ensuring that all processes are fair, unbiased, and transparent. I follow clear criteria and apply the same procedures to everyone, regardless of gender or background, and I document every step to maintain accountability. This helps build trust and confidence among employees and management, ensures equal opportunity for all, and contributes to a workplace where everyone is treated fairly, respected, and valued. Conclusion. Managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality in public administration is important for fair and effective governance. When everyone has same chance to take part in decision making and leadership, public institutions work better and gain trust. Promoting inclusion and equality helps the country grow and make sure that no one is left behind. Here are the references. That's the end of my first topic, sir. Thank you po. Dean? Hello po. Sir? Sir, dano po ako sa first topic.
Nag-toilet.
Okay,
Dean?
so again,
Okay po.
okay, diversity management in public administration begins with recognizing and respecting differences among employees and stakeholders. And these differences may include gender, age, disability, ethnicity, religion, and socioeconomic background. So let's say, for example, a government office that provides flexible work arrangement or accessible facilities demonstrate respect for employees with varying needs, enabling them to perform effectively and feel included in the workplace. Inclusion goes beyond representation and focuses on meaningful participation. So an inclusive workplace ensures that employees are encouraged to share ideas, no, contribute to decision making and participate in organizational activities without fear of discrimination or bias. For instance, during planning meetings, no, supervisors who actively invite input from junior staff and diverse team members help create a culture where different perspectives are valued and considered. Gender equality in public administration requires addressing both visible and subtle barriers that affect career growth, no, and participation. And this includes ensuring equal access to training, no, leadership opportunities, and fair performance evaluation. A practical example is ensuring that acting assignments, no, or committee leadership roles are offered based on competence and readiness rather than assumption related to gender or personal circumstances. Policies and systems play a critical role in sustaining diversity and inclusion efforts. No, clear guidelines on anti-discrimination, gender sensitivity, and grievance mechanism help protect employees and promote accountability. Let's say, for example, no, the presence of a functional grievance committee allows employees to raise concerns safely, reinforcing trust in the organization's commitment to fairness. So, managing diversity, inclusion, and gender equality strengthen public service delivery and institutional credibility. So when employees feel respected and treated equitably, they are more engaged, no, and motivated to serve the public effectively. Public institutions that embrace inclusive practices are better positioned to understand community needs, no, respond to social challenges, and uphold democratic values and everyday governance. No? Okay. So, wala namang question.